All right, perfect.
Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, wanted to ask you a little bit about a couple of guys who were on the team last year. Devon and Doak, obviously heading off to the NBA draft and hoping to have their name called. Have you talked to those guys at all, and what do you see for their future at the next level?
I've talked to him a little bit. Obviously, I was here with Doak for 3 years and Dot for 2, so I've become pretty close with them. Doak, he's his numbers pretty much say it all from what he's done in the combine. That dude he's an athlete, and I think a lot of NBA teams kind of overlooked him early, and now they're kind of seeing what they did when he was in college, and he's going to be in the right place. Hopefully he can be drafted high. And Dot, I mean, he does the same exact thing, just kind of sneaky athletic, not sneaky athletic, but like extremely fast athletic person that is, I think will translate well to the NBA.
Yeah, and then Coach mentioned just a little bit ago that I guess Teahan got on a pretty good roll in practice, scoring the ball. He said it was a pretty, I guess, a special day for him. Can you recall that? And what does Teahan do that can at times make him good offensively?
He brings something to the table I haven't seen since I've been with Coach Self, honestly. He's just like a lanky athlete that can get his shot off no matter what. He'll have two people draped all over him, then all of a sudden he'll step back and rise up, and you'll be like, no way he gets that shot off, and then it'll go in. It almost seems like the more contested his shots are, the better they are. So that's something that I haven't really seen much from Coach Self or from people during Coach Self's era, and it will be special to watch him.
Hey, Chris, what have you seen from Ochai so far? I mean, year one he got thrown in the middle, and then last year was his first full year, and now he's a vet, and he's a leader, and he's, it's kind of partly his team too. Do you think he's more comfortable, more prepared at the start of this season?
Definitely more comfortable and more prepared. You can tell this through this quarantine and long summer, he was definitely working on his shot and just being aggressive and trying to do things that Coach Self wanted him to do. Things I've noticed more this year than I did in the last 2 years is he does a lot of small things that help the team get better and help us ultimately win games. So that's something that I've definitely seen him improve on, and it'll be fun to watch him.
Yeah, in that regard, I mean, he holds himself to that Marcus Garrett standard defensively, and so I wonder how good do you think this team can be defensively with those two guys especially?
We could be good. We could definitely be good. Obviously, you have two elite perimeter defenders in Marcus and Ochai, and honestly, Marcus can guard, I think, 4 of the 5 positions on the court, maybe even the 5. So with having that versatile and athletic of a defense, we could definitely be somewhere close to last year, but we can definitely have a good defense this year for sure.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Hey, we were just listening to Coach talk about how he's had to change things up because you never know when everything's going to be shut down. There are teaching days, there are hard days, and you're getting a lot thrown at you, and everything is average right now. What is it like to be on the receiving end? You've done it in Coach's system the other way, and now having to do it in this different fashion. Is it harder? Is it easier? Do you like it better?
I wouldn't say I have much of an opinion on it, but it is something that's definitely been a lot different. But as a team, I think we've done a very good job of coming in and not thinking, all right, we just have a learning day today where it's not as physical. We can kind of slack off or whatever, and then coming in and having high energy days. I think we've kind of locked in every single day that we've come into practice, and we've decided, you know what, hey, it may not be a super high impact day where we're playing 5-on-5, but if we're in practice, we definitely need to be there and learn. So I think everybody's kind of having a good mindset about it.
Coach also said he's worried. He's concerned about the spikes in COVID and about programs getting shut down. He said, you guys are all doing great. You're social distancing, you're wearing your masks, you've kind of taken that to heart. But are you still concerned that there could be stoppages and that could affect everything this season?
I'm not too worried about that. Right now, we haven't even played a game yet. So we have 2 weeks to prepare for our first game, and hopefully everything goes well. But we hadn't had any thought about that. We're just kind of focused on what we can do this season.
Hey, Self said earlier he feels like you guys are kind of average at everything right now. Do you feel like there's any area where you all should be better or you might be better right now than you are in others?
I don't think there's really an area that we're great at. We definitely have days where we'll shoot the ball really well, or we'll be able to attack the basket, or maybe we'll be locked down. But I think there's not going to be something that we hang our hats on as much as we did last year with like just being athletic and just kind of like, all right, Dot, take the ball and throw it up to Doak. It's going to be a lot more of, all right, we got to play the whole game. And I think it'll be interesting to watch, but it'll still be fun, and we can still be a very good team.
Got time for one more.
Hey, Chris, it's off topic a little bit, but how many threes did Mitch put up last year on the red team with you? And has that number gone down in practice this year?
He probably put up close to 1,000 to 2,000 threes last year with us. And I'm not saying I was any better, and I'm not saying anybody else on the red team was better, but he definitely put up a ton of threes. And those numbers have dropped dramatically, and that's for sure. Those numbers have gone from probably about 15 to 20 a practice to maybe 2 or 3.
Can he shoot it if he needs to?
Yeah, he can definitely shoot it if he needs to, but the volume may not be as much as he was doing last year, where you didn't have to play the flow of an offense.
What percentage would you guess he shot last year during those practices?
I would say probably mid to high 30s, if not a 40%. He would get hot some days and have some pretty good days.
All right, Chris, thanks so much.
Yep, thank you guys.
Thanks, Chris.